A zero-day vulnerability refers to a security flaw in software that is unknown to the software vendor or the public. Because the vulnerability exists before it is discovered and patched, it can be exploited by attackers. This introduction covers what zero-day vulnerabilities are, how they are discovered, and why they pose a significant threat to cybersecurity. Understanding zero-day vulnerabilities involves knowing their definition and key characteristics. A zero-day vulnerability is a previously unknown security flaw in software or hardware. It remains undetected by the vendor or public until it is exploited or disclosed. The term zero-day signifies the lack of time the vendor has had to address the flaw once it is discovered. These vulnerabilities are particularly dangerous because there are no patches or fixes available at the time of exploitation. Key characteristics include their undetectability, high potential for damage, and the urgency required to create and deploy a fix once they are identified. The life cycle of a zero-day vulnerability begins with its discovery. Initially, security researchers, ethical hackers, or malicious attackers identify the vulnerability in software or hardware. If discovered by attackers, they may keep it secret to exploit it or sell it on the black market. If security experts find it, they usually report it to the vendor. Once the vendor is informed, they analyze the issue and develop a patch to fix it. This process can involve extensive testing before deploying the patch to prevent any unintended side effects. Meanwhile, the vulnerability remains a zero-day threat until the patch is released and implemented by users. This subsection explores each stage of this life cycle, from discovery to mitigation. This section highlights notable real-world examples and case studies of zero-day exploits to illustrate their impact and complexity. We will explore incidents like the Stuxnet worm, which targeted Iranian nuclear facilities, and the WannaCry ransomware attack that disrupted global operations by exploiting a zero-day vulnerability in a Windows protocol. These case studies will demonstrate the real-world consequences of zero-day vulnerabilities and provide insights into how attackers successfully exploited them before patches were available. Preventing and mitigating zero-day vulnerabilities require a combination of best practices and specialized tools. Key strategies include maintaining up-to-date software and firmware, employing network segmentation to limit the spread of attacks, and implementing robust intrusion detection systems to identify potential threats. Regular security audits and vulnerability assessments can help discover weaknesses before attackers do. Employing endpoint protection solutions and advanced threat intelligence platforms can also provide early warning signs of possible exploits. This subsection provides an overview of these practices and tools, empowering users to better protect their systems against zero-day vulnerabilities.